Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to our Weymouth series on FM20. Today, we are kicking off season number 11 here of the series, and this is our fourth season here in the Premier League. We are kicking it off against newly promoted side Aston Villa. We are going to be at home, so we should be getting a nice victory today to open up this campaign. But of course, before we jump into it, we have to go over all the transfer details and how we got on in the preseason. So starting off with the transfers, we have had a few players joining the club, and a couple of them I'm very, very excited about. Starting off with a young right back who joins us from a French side, Guingamp, for 23.5 million. It is Charles Massé. He is a 21-year-old French right back. Very excited about his potential. Unfortunately, he is currently injured for about 3 weeks, so he won't be involved in today's episode, but he is going to get plenty of game time this season. At 21 years old, he already has 133 professional appearances and has been involved with the French youth teams. Very, very excited about Charles joining the club. Next up, we have a couple of free transfers, a couple of young players that were released by their respective clubs, Tottenham and Liverpool. First up is a goalkeeper, Barry Brewster. He's going to be featuring for our under-23 teams, but a good young English goalkeeper there. Next up is Matty Hayes, a young center back, 19 years old. He is a Welsh youth international, and we're looking to get him out on loan. But another good young potential player joining our club. Now, next up is a very exciting player. Adriano joined from Internacional in Brazil for 23.5 million. It is 23-year-old central midfielder. Instantly our best midfielder at the club. Super excited about him joining the club. Spent a season at loan for a Ligue 1 side, Saint Etienne. So has some top flight European experience, and I'm super, super excited about what he can do for the club this season. And the next up is another free transfer, another young player, this time joining us from Sporting in Portugal. It is Noel Jozak, 19-year-old Croatian goalkeeper. He is going to be our new backup goalkeeper, but a lot of potential on the young goalkeeper. So perhaps he could be a future starter for the club. So expect him to play a lot in cup competitions this season. And then our marquee signing of the summer for $62 million from Benfica. It is Alexander Novo, 22-year-old center back. I was looking to get him in last summer, but we just could not afford him.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
He is left-footed, so we will have a left footer and a right footer, and he can play as a ball-playing defender extremely well. 17 marking, 16 tackling, 12 passing, 16 decisions. Very, very nice. Also has some good physical attributes and 17 agility and 18 balance. Already has 2 national team appearances for Portugal, and he still has potential to fill out. Very excited about Alexander Novo joining the club and joining all the Portuguese players that we have picked up in the last couple of years. We have sent out a lot of players on loan, so we won't really go over that, but we have sold 3 players, starting off with backup goalkeeper Samuel Brolin. Never made any appearances for us last season, but he was kind of an emergency signing when Pontus Dahlberg picked up an injury at the end of preseason and was going to be out for the first half of the season. So to pick him up on a free transfer and then sell him for $325,000 the following year is a nice little bit of business. He joins Blackburn as their backup goalkeeper. The next sale is a pretty big player, DeRoy Duarte. We sold him to Slovakian side Slovan Bratislava for $5 million. At 30 years old and being kind of a backup player now, it was time we moved him on, and we wish him all the best in the future with his new team. With the Terras, he had 110 appearances, notching in 5 goals. Obviously, the position that he played wasn't going to be a key contributor for goals, but he was a big part of us getting promoted to the Premier League. So if we just switch over here, he joined us when we were in the championship for $700,000, and you can just look at his stats right there. The first season, he had 3 goals and 9 assists, getting 8 player of the matches and an average rating of 7.61. Absolutely vital for us getting promotion. And you can see the first 2 years in the Premier League, he was still a very, very key component to our team, getting over 30 appearances in both of those seasons and having an average rating of over 7, helping us stay in the Premier League. The past season, he only managed to get on the field 12 times, so it was time to move on for both club and player. And the final player that we sold in the summer is James McKenna. We sell him to MLS side Vancouver for $130,000. Definitely was a big, big player for us a couple years ago, but since we got promoted to the Premier League, hasn't featured very much. So we sold him on this season. We could have held off for a little bit more money, but it wasn't fair to James McKenna to try and hold out for anything. With the Terrace, he made 114 appearances, getting 10 goals along the way. Joined us on a free transfer back in the championship, and as you can see, it was very, very key in those 2 championship seasons. Once we got promoted to the Premier League, he kind of started falling down the pecking order in the past 2 seasons, didn't really feature. But we thank him for all he did with the Terras, and we wish him all the best over in the MLS and throughout the rest of his career. 25 years old, he still has plenty of years left in his career. So that is all we have to go over there. Hakim Ziyech and Nelson Semedo also retired at the end of last season. Ziyech really didn't feature, but he was around helping tutor some of our young players. Nelson Semedo started out as our starting right back, but about halfway through the season, we started to prefer Rufo. Bit surprised that he ended up retiring, as I thought he could still play a couple of years. His physicals were still pretty solid. They were in the double digits still, so a bit surprising that he decided to retire, but that is his choice, and we wish him all the best in his future endeavors. PreSeason was a very solid PreSeason. We win every single game and are looking ready to go for this upcoming season. A couple notable games. We started off against League One Plymouth. It was a 2-0 victory. Both of our goals coming in the first 3 minutes there. Also faced off against second Bundesliga team at St. Pauli. 8-1 victory there. Then against a League One side, Montpellier, it was a 4-2 victory over them. Youngster Gavin Boylan ended up getting a first half hat trick. Then the latest game was a 5-0 victory over PAOK, the Greek team. So very solid preseason there. And we're ready to go this season. Looking at the season preview, we're finally getting a little bit more respect. We've moved up into 14th position, still not being rated by the media. We qualified for the Europa League last season, and they still only expect us to finish 14th. Guess we'll just have to show them once again what we are capable of doing. So this is how we are lining up to kick off the season. We have Gomez in at goal. News on him is he has handed in a transfer request once again after I rejected a bid for him that was like $15 million. That's definitely way too low. Plus he has a release clause in his contract, but he once again threw a fit that I rejected a bid for him from Atletico Madrid this time. He'll just have to get over it. The transfer window has already closed, and hopefully after a couple weeks he will change his mind and want to stay. Our back line is David Couto, Alexander Novo, Callum Eaton, and Ferdinando Rufo. Our midfield is Mickey Belgrave and Adriano. And then our 4 attacking players are Tom Broomer, Marcio Couto, Bruno Mendes, and Mattia Rodolfi leading the line there. So without further ado, we are ready to get our Premier League season underway, taking on newly promoted side Aston Villa. Look like they're playing the same formation as us. Hopefully, we will be getting a nice easy victory here at home at the Bob Lucas Park. And we are underway here, Season 11, come on you Terras. First highlight here, the Terras on the ball, looking to get an early goal here. Broomer whips it in for Mattia Rodolfi, and his shot is blocked. I thought that was going to go in the bottom corner, but we get a corner out of it, and it's an early goal. Alexander Novo getting a debut goal just 9 minutes into the game. Let's go. We spent a lot of money on him, and to have him contributing at the other end of the pitch, that is what we like to see. And we have another corner, whipped in by Belgrave. Just a bit too far, but Rodolfi picks it up. He loses out on it, but the Terras get the ball back. Go on, Tom Broomer. Oh, he hit that with some power. Keeper gets a hand to it, but it still goes over the line. 2-0 to the Terras. Tom Broomer getting the second goal of the game here. Just 13 minutes in. Let's go. Oh, and we have another highlight here. Looking to get 3 goals in the opening 15 minutes of the game. Rufo has it. Can he whip it across? He does. And it falls to Bruno Mendes after taking a deflection. It's 3-0 to the Terras. Aston Villa in for a long day here, it looks like. We are all over them here. They were a bit unlucky there on that one, that it falls right to Bruno Mendes. But we're going to take that. And we have another highlight here, and we win the ball off of Aston Villa. Looking for goal number 4 now. Oh, Bruno Mendes looking to squeeze it in near post. And the keeper almost had a shocker, but just about saved it there. The highlight is still going on. First time at Villa on the attack here. Wow, how have they scored that? Felipe Gomez. Not good enough right there. Got his hands to it, and he lets it go into the net still. To regain our focus here, Gomez not happy with that performance right there. And there it is, it's halftime. It is a 3-1 lead for the Terras. Gotta keep our focus here in the second half. The Villa goal was a bit of poor goalkeeping, so we can't afford to make any more mistakes and let him back in this game. So let's see if we can go out there and get an early second half goal and put this game to rest and get a nice, easy victory to kick off the season. First highlight of the second half, the Terras on the ball. Rufo has it on this right-hand side, looking for a cross. He picks out Bruno Mendes, who was looking near post again, and the keeper gets a hand to it. Highlight continues. Terras looking to get the ball back in the box. Broomer does. He was looking for Mendes, center back, heads it out just in time. Another highlight for the Terras, but we turn the ball over. Villa looking to create an attack now. If they get a goal here, it will really put some pressure on us. Felipe Gomez, this time, is there to save it, but we gotta defend a corner now. It's whipped in. It is headed away, and the danger is over. We're going to make our first substitution here, right as we have a highlight, but we're going to bring on Xavier Amici for Bruno Mendes, who has had a very solid game, but is starting to look a bit tired out there. On comes Xavier Amici. Let's see what this highlight does. Villa on the ball off of a throw-in. Let's win the ball back here, guys. I don't like how many highlights they're starting to get. That was very dangerous, but it's headed away. But we did a poor job at clearing it, and they picked the ball right back up. Good tackle by Mickey Belgrave. We're looking to counterattack him here. Go on, Tom Broomer. Oh, how do you not get that on target? All right, second substitution. We are going to bring on Yoshida for Adriano. And we'll hold on to our final substitution here a little bit longer. And we have a corner. Belgrave to whip this one in. And it's a goal. Callum Eaton heads it over to Tom Broomer, who was there for an easy tap-in header. His second goal of the game. And it's a nice 3-goal lead once again for the Terras. And we'll go ahead and make our final substitution. Once again, as a highlight is about to happen, we're going to bring on Brent Woolmer for Rufo. And the highlight for Villa is looking a bit dangerous now. They're bringing it forward. Can we get the ball off of him here? Let's not give him a second goal in this game. Wow. That was too easy for Villa right there. The Terras need to regain their focus. That was too easy. Gomez completely flat-footed there. It's 4-2 now. Another corner for the Terras, whipped in by Belgrave. Callum Eaton really should have gotten a goal right there. We have looked really good from corners, and we should have gotten another goal right there. We're into another highlight. The Terras on the ball. Amici cutting inside, looking for some options here. Finally gets over to David Koto, who is in some space. He picks out Yoshida, who picks out Tom Broomer, looking for his hat trick, and he hits the post. Wow. That should have been the 5th goal and a hat trick for Tom Broomer. We have another highlight here with the Terras on the ball, and Yoshida puts this game to rest with a strike at the top of the box. Absolutely smashes that, puts his laces through it. 5-2 to the Terras. That's going to be a nice 3 points staying here at the Terras. And there is the full-time whistle. 5-2. Novo with a debut goal. Tom Broomer getting 2 goals. Bruno Mendes and Yoshida getting the 2 others. Bit disappointing in the way that we conceded today, but we're happy with the 3 points to kick off this season. So here is a very early look at the league table, but after our first game, we are sitting in 2nd place, thanks to our nice 3-goal win. Very happy to get off to a flying start, and hopefully this season will be even better than last. We do have the Europa League that we have to juggle in this year, but I'm very, very excited about the team we put together. I'm very excited about the team that we put together this season. But that is where this episode is coming to an end. As always, if you have enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button down below. If you are new around here, go ahead and hit that subscription button and join the team. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos coming to the channel. And until next time, it's been your Boyd147.